First off, thank you guys for being here. This is a big deal for us here at Kennesaw State. Um, over the last 4 years, we tried to make sure we did a great job of building a culture, a brand, to have an environment like we did tonight. And to have you guys here to ask us questions, to talk about our program. So thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, questions.
Yeah.
Great role in the
Yeah.
About what program is in your mind?
We're not, this is going to sound crazy, and I'm not trying to give you guys coach speak by any means, but we're not a finished product, right? We're learning how to have character through prosperity. We had great character through adversity. I mean, no question about it. I got two guys on my team and the staff that walked through a season of one win. Chris Youngblood and that 20 class that came in, they walked through a season of 5 wins. And then last year we started to feel, see the hard work start to pay off. And so now it's about flipping our mindset of, hey, you're going to get everybody's best shot, but we're going to continue to be humble. We're going to continue to work hard and do the things that got us to where we are. So character through prosperity is huge for us. Yeah. Well, Kai, you and I talked about this down at Gulf Coast, and the thing is we play 4 guards, right? And so with an untraditional lineup of 4 guards, there has to be a certain grit and toughness that you play with, that you have your mindset, because people are going to be bigger than you. And so people can be bigger than you, but we have to be more physical. And I thought tonight we did a great job to get 50 rebounds, to get 14 offensive rebounds. I thought Brandon Stroud, man, God dang, he was good tonight to have 13 and 11, but 4 offensive rebounds from him. It doesn't get any better than that, So people may have the height advantage and things like that, but I like our heart, I like our toughness, I like our grit.
Coach, for 16 winning streak, tonight it seemed like your shooting was off, and it was still 46%. I think to the streak, it's somewhere around 54%.
Correct.
How much do you credit DeMond Robinson with the fact that he has established himself as somebody that can score down low and work in the paint? It seems like he's able to open things up for everybody.
Yeah, no, DeMond, when we got him 2 years ago, we knew exactly what we were getting. DeMond is, and I hate this term a little bit, but he's a workhorse, is what he is. But he's a guy that comes in every day, man, and he competes, and that, I think more importantly than anything, like even the scoring, the presence down low, his competitive nature, his physical nature, his toughness that he plays with, it really sets the tone for our team, where I thought we did a really good job tonight, though. And people look at offense first all the time, right? It's just the nature of the game, right? It's the nature of sport, right? What they say, chicks dig the long ball in baseball and all of that good stuff, right? But you look at our numbers tonight defensively, where we hold them to 34% shooting from 2, 19 from 3. Man, I don't care who you playing. If you have numbers like that, you're going to be pretty good. And the defensive end of the court is where we hang our hat.
Yeah, I know you're absolutely
For sure.
Do you take the time to always
I'm not going to give you coach speak. I'm going to be honest with you. Because I'd be lying if I said I hadn't. And so, I've taken moments, to be proud of, not myself, to be proud of my staff, to be proud of our players. In this transfer portal world that we live in collegiate athletics, we hadn't lost it. We hadn't lost anyone. I mean, Chris Youngblood and Casey Jennings and Brandon Shaw, I could go on and on. Like anywhere else, these guys are leaving. All right. And so I'm really proud and fortunate to have the staff I have, because we have real relationships with these guys, right? And so when I think about where we are and where we've been able to build it to, it's not necessarily the wins that make me feel good. It's the people that I've been able to do it with, if that makes sense. Because, you know, you walk through a 1-28 season, you got to have some high character people that still come into work every day, and they take it to the max, and they love on those guys every day. And so if I've taken any moment at all, it's been just to think about the people that I've done it with more than anything. You know what I have? I think Chris would tell you this. I'm a lot more patient in year 4 than I was definitely in year 1 and year 2. And what I've learned about myself is that I can never allow myself to focus on a result as the head coach. Because if I'm focusing on the result and we're not getting exactly where it should be, then I'm missing great teaching opportunities, teaching moments to help us get better. And again, I'm gonna go back to this. That's not me. That's Ben Fletcher. That's William Small. That's Persian Williams. Because we all need eyes to help us see ourselves. And those guys have done an unbelievable job of helping me see myself and telling me where I can get better, telling me the truth. And I appreciate them a ton for that.
So now, people are know.
Yes.
So how do you get this young people for chasing and you know the people are going to come in and
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you come and knowing that there's something to fight for?
And this is gonna sound like coach speak, so forgive me, okay? But it's not about who we're going to play. We've created and built a standard and an expectation of ourselves. And even, trust me, even before 16 wins and 8-1 in conference or wherever we are right now, the standard and the expectation that we expect of ourselves, right, is higher than anything, is greater than anything anybody else can throw at us. Like even tonight, what I was more proud of than anything is we were probably up 18-20, and there was a loose ball, and we were first to the floor. We were first to the floor. That's our standard. That's our expectation. And the way we keep them focused is we just talk about us. You know, I promise you, it's not. And we prepare, we scout, and all that. Don't get me wrong, but we focus on us and who we are.
Notice, Alex, I know that when we come back in a minute and a half.
Yeah.
It looked like Cole kind of took most of his minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, Alex is fine. Alex is a new dad, and so we had his little boy in the locker room with us. But he was fine. But I thought with the way the game was going, Cole LaRue is a kid that is as selfless a kid we have on our team, and he hadn't got to play as much as he would like to, or that we would have liked to, or whatever it may be. So tonight was a great opportunity to give him some minutes, because every day he comes to work. Every day he puts his hard hat on, grabs his lunch pail, and he comes in here and he helps us get better. And so it was just one of those games where, you know what, Alex took a spill. He was fine. But you know what, Cole's minutes that he got in the first half were good. So we wanted to reward him for that in the second half.
I know you can be hard on some really it seems like you guys have to do it.
Ask Terrell Burden if I'm hard on Simeon Cotto. He'll tell you no, okay? Because Terrell Burden had to walk through it with just me. The good thing about Simeon, the best thing Simeon has going for him is he has Terrell with him, right? And Terrell can do a lot of the talking. However, the minutes tonight were valuable, and they were great because Simeon has actually had a really, really good freshman year, in my opinion. When you look at his numbers, his percentages, and he's played significant minutes for us. But tonight was one of those games where they were a little bit more physical with him. Things didn't quite go his way. And what I told him at one point was, Cindy, I need you to move on from what happened, right? Like, we need you to be a next play guy. And so the last 5 minutes of the game, I told him, I said, hey, focus on leadership, focus on your voice. If we can do those two things, Cindy, you'll have good success going the rest of the way. And he did, right? But that's the fight of a freshman. They think it's production, right? Whereas more times than not, it's just being who they are every day. And it seemed like a lot of the
how rewarding is it to have those kind of folks coming to your games?
That's a great question. It's very, very rewarding because I wouldn't be the head coach at Kennesaw State without some of the relationships that I've been able to build over the years with those high school coaches, with the AAU coaches. And I am, because those guys have allowed me to come in their gyms to recruit their players and so on and so forth. So it's very rewarding. But again, I'm more happy for the guys. You know, think about this. Nobody talks about this, but this group is the group that played through COVID, where nobody was in the gym, right? And so our standard, our expectation, our energy that we play with, we were establishing that when nobody was in the gym, because you had to bring the energy. You had to bring, you know, the toughness, right? With nobody cheering for you. And so now to see them go from playing with no one in the gym at all to now you get 2,000 people, great students, great student support, great band. Man, it's about them. It's about them seeing the rewards of their sacrifices from 2 years away.
Not often you do that. What was it that the ref said, or did you not like the dinner reservation?
No, it was I got to be better. It's just being blunt. Like, I got to be better. I did a poor job of responding in that moment. I tell these guys all the time, it's not about what happens, but how we respond. And my response in that moment wasn't very good, and I cost our team a point. So I'll be either doing some push-ups. I'm not running because I don't need to be pulling a hamstring, but I'll be doing something to pay for that tomorrow. And I just got to be better. I thought it was a little bit physical earlier. And we've had a couple of guys. We had one guy this year get popped going for a rebound, and then another guy get popped trying to get through a screen when they're moving and getting concussions. And so I'm just trying to protect my players, but that's not an excuse. I got to be better in that situation as the leader.
But the team was
Yeah. I just think our team, again, they're growing up. You know, so when you ask the first question of, you know, hey, we're not a finished product. We're still learning how to win and win at our standard, right? And so that, I think in that moment, they just responded. And I will be, I thought they did have my back, right, in that moment. But they just responded the way that we ask them to respond every day.
We'll take one more question before you move on.
I got a question for you guys. What was your favorite part of the game? John, I'm asking you because, and Glaze, you've been here, and they're not to slight to anybody else, but man, you've been here since the one-win season. You covered us during the one-win season. What was your favorite part of the game?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the noise was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes everything a little bit better. And of course, you know, I've always said winning is everything. That means the ball, you have to. I've always said it's fun to watch you guys play.
Sure. Last thing I'll say is this, you know, it's January 26th, 3 years since the late, great Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 other passengers passed. I ask everybody just to continue to pray for those families, the ones that are here, because, you know, that Kobe was a guy that inspired us all. You know, he really did. We talked about Mamba mentality today, and Kobe defined the Mamba mentality of it's not about getting to a result, but the process of getting to that result. And we talk about that a lot as a team. So, you know, just before you go to bed tonight, just say a prayer for those families that lost loved ones, and because it's a special group of people. So thank you.